Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be going through a couple of the balance changes and picking out some new brawlers that are going to be very OP in this meta. We have the biggest changes ever coming to Brawl Stars in the form of no ammo when you reload. We also have changes coming to tanks in the way they charge their supers, so they can get their supers essentially by just losing HP from another brawler attacking them. Also, we actually have some normal balance changes, just some buffs and nerfs. And then we have 10 new gadgets coming in. So this is going to be the biggest shift in the meta we've seen in a very long time. So it's definitely going to be super exciting. Can't wait to get into it. So yeah, we go over the best 5 brawlers to play in the new update. Let's jump into it. Just before we hop into it, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, because we're trying to hit 200k, and make sure you're using code TOM in the shop. Okay, so first up we have Primo. In my opinion, we're going to see a very tank-based meta, especially in Brawl, because tanks have always been best in Brawl, and with this new ammo change, when you respawn, you're not going to have any ammo. So this favors tanks because tanks tend to have a lower reload speed, which means they can get the ammo back quicker. Also, it means that those other brawlers are going to take longer to get the ammo back, and therefore longer to kill the tanks, because tanks also have they have a lot of HP, right? So you need a lot of ammo to take them out, which definitely favors a tank meta. And of course, the changes where you get your super with just getting a hit essentially means you're gonna have to cycle super with Primo so easily, because I've tested it out, and yeah, you're gonna have to cycle super so easily. As soon as you get one, you basically need to die, or like have, I think it's Kairos worked out to somewhere around 13,500 damage, which means that if you literally jump on an enemy, you get 0 shots and you die, then you're gonna be like 3/4, 2/3 towards your super. And then of course, if you get a couple punches off, you're gonna charge it every single time. And yeah, that just makes me think that Primo is gonna be very OP, because you can cycle that super so easily. And particularly with these tanks, I feel like Primo has the best super out of all of them. And you know, Primo, pretty much imagine Primo with your super all the time. It's going to be OP, especially if you pair it with a Poco or something like that. So we're not only going to see a tank meta, but of course when we see a tank meta, we also see a lot of tank counters as well, like the Shellys, the Spikes, stuff like that, because obviously Surge as well. Surge is not a bad counter to tanks, because you can use those gadgets and of course the supers to kind of get away from my supers. But it looks like we're going to be pushing this Surge here. This Surge being slightly annoying. We can probably get this kill. Surge going to TP. Looks like we're getting a big ganged up on here, so we're probably going to end up going down. Of course, you gotta love the teaming. Nothing changing about teaming in Showdown. We do have some more event modifiers, so it could definitely be pretty interesting. But yeah, definitely expect Primo to be up there. Probably the best brawler in Brawl. Honestly, I would really expect that, and potentially in some other game modes as well. But super excited for this new meta, because believe me, it's going to be a different meta. And yeah, it's going to be very new for a lot of people. I mean, Primo's meta once, but honestly, it hasn't been very good for ages. Looks like we can jump on this Surge here. Surge going to go out of the map. We are going to try and yeet this Primo if we can. And then, yeah, this should be a win here. We are going to grab our super. That's going to be a dub. Let's hop into the next one. Now, of course, with it being a tank meta, that means there's going to be a lot of Poco double tank. So obviously, we're going to see a lot more Poco in the meta with these new changes coming to tanks. And also the reload changes as well. Because definitely keep that in mind, because that is probably going to affect the meta a lot, as well as just the normal balances and of course the changes we see to tanks. But yeah, expect Poco to be one of the best brawlers in the game. Expect Poco double tank to be the best combo on every map in some kind of form. But the thing is, when you see Poco double tank, you're definitely going to be able to see some counters as well. Bell also getting also getting nerfed as well. But yeah, we're about to get that kill. Seem to see a Bell nerf where you can't, basically it's not going to bounce more than 3 times, I think it is. But yeah, that change not going to be too crazy. I think if anything, that's just for kind of maybe like a little bit lower level, because yeah, maybe they group a lot and it can get so much value. But definitely a higher level, you don't, like, after the first couple bounces, I think people realize when they're getting hit by that damage, so they tend to kind of move away. So Bell's actually getting a buff, because yeah, there's some other changes towards Bell's super. You have that longer range and a few other things I think as well. But yeah, when you use our screeching solo here, that's going to be a kill there. That's going to be a kill there. And yeah, definitely expect Bell to be better. But Poco definitely going to be very strong in this new meta. Looks like our Colette is kind of vibing right now. Of course, Colette is actually getting a change to the gadget. I think that's just to make Colette a little bit easier to play. Because that gadget's always going to do more damage, and now you don't have to calculate it. It makes it a bit of a less of a maths lesson and more of a just basically hit the gadget and you're going to be doing more damage. We're going to go down here. We're trying to slide on the dance floor, but it looks like our Colette is just vibing right now. So yeah, we're just going to chill here, and I don't know why we got Screeching on, by the way. But yeah, definitely expect Poco to be super OP. I could see Poco to a tank being pretty much every single game inside of Brawl. Yeah, we're gonna pop this here, run straight into them, use that Screeching, and that's gonna be a dub here in this game. Let's get into the next one. Okay, next up then we have Bull. So yeah, I think Bull is definitely be very good. So we have the 4 tanks being Sandy, Primo, Bull, and Frank that are all being buffed here. We're just gonna have to grab this. It looks like Sandy gonna push us here. Sandy, come on, buddy. I'm gonna let you heal because I want more of my super, even though I would have got it in one shot anyway. But yeah, the reason I think Bull and Primo will be the best too, Frank gets countered very easily by Primo. I think Primo will be the best one of those tanks being buffed, just because the super is so important. We're actually going to use our super here to get a kill on the Tara. But yeah, Primo's super is the best out of all of them. Also, Primo hard counters Jackie and also Frank as well. Jackie's super, not too strong, so I don't think we're going to see any... Like, I don't know if we see any Jackie, because there's gonna be, like, the super, like, what does it do? Pretty much nothing. So I don't think Jackie, that's not gonna help Jackie that much. Honestly, I feel like it's actually gonna be a slight nerf to Jackie, because you're gonna see so much Primo, Frank, and Bull, which all counter Jackie, by the way. So if anything, I think we'll see less Jackie than before. And the other reason I think Bull is gonna be better than Frank is, again, that Primo hard counters Frank, right? And I think Primo will see everywhere. So, yeah, I definitely feel like we won't see much Frank. Also, Bull as well is very good against Primo, whereas, as I said, Frank gets completely destroyed. So, I think Bull, Primo, Poco is going to be the best comp in terms of Poco to a tank in this next update. Looks like Mortis trying to run away from here. Mortis, by the way, getting a pretty big nerf with that the balances with the reload speed, because obviously Mortis takes ages to get those shots. So when you're spawning with no ammo, that's even longer you need to wait, and honestly gonna be pretty bad. Looks like everyone is against us here. Looks like the Bulls and the Primos already coming out to play, as if the balance changes are here, which, by the way, they are not here yet, but I'm sure they'll be here very soon. Anyway, Primo down here, pretty weak. We should be okay here. Let's go and chill. Let's go and chill down here. Okay, we can just keep this Primo weak, but yeah, we should be able to win here. No one's even trying to go for us. That's when you know that you're the alpha in the showdown room, when they're running away and not even shooting you. They're just trying to spin with you. So yeah, I guess you love to see that. We're all gonna be going down here. We need to make sure we actually get this kill, and somehow Mortis won. I don't know how, but you love to see it. Okay, next up then we have Spike. So I feel it's definitely be a tank meta. That means we're going to see a lot of tank counters as well. So yeah, I can see Spike being very, very good. Also, in the Brawl talk, we saw Spike is getting a second gadget. And I'm definitely pretty optimistic about that gadget. Even if it's not too amazing, it's probably going to be better than this first gadget. So yeah, that gadget, in my opinion, even if it's not that good, will still help Spike become more meta. But more importantly, the tank meta, obviously Spike is one of the best tank counters. So I can definitely see Spike being one of the best brawlers in this new meta. And definitely hype for that, because you guys know I love my Spike. So yeah, definitely excited for that. Edgar somehow got 7 cubes. And yeah, definitely don't want to pick a fight with this Edgar as we pick a fight with the Edgar. Let's look at this Edgar just pushing us. We're literally, how can we not hit a shot? I don't understand. But yeah, Mortis very weak here. That's going to be a kill, hopefully. This Edgar, though, continues to chase us. We kind of wasted our super there. But yeah, Spike, one of the best counters to tanks in general. Looks like we're going to go down here to the Mortis. That's a rip. Anyway, let's jump into the final brawler, which is going to be OP in this update. Okay, so next up then, we have Nita. Now, the main reason I think Nita is going to be very good, Max is receiving a nerf. Normally, when you have Max meta, you tend to have a Gene meta with the other brawlers like Tara and also Ems that like work with that max speed. But Nita doesn't need that. Nita's more about control. So I definitely feel like we're going to see a lot of Nita in this upcoming update, because yeah, it's gonna be more control, but also there's gonna be a lot of poker to a tank as well, and less max. That max nerf, I believe that max nerf is gonna destroy max. Max is gonna be so bad. So yeah, I definitely feel like we're gonna see a lot in Nita, because not only do we see less max, more control. Nita's obviously one of those great control brawlers, but we're going to see more tanks, and honestly, that's where Nita thrives. Against those tanks, Nita is super, super OP. We're going to chuck our bear over here, then pop our gadget, and yeah, we should be able to get this kill here. Nice kill from us, and our bear is pretty beefy right now. But yeah, a lot of tanks. Nita's great against tanks, obviously, and less max, so no more G necessarily, and definitely no max. I don't think max is going to be very good at all. And obviously that max nerf is going to impact a lot of other brawlers, like the Tara and also the Ems as well. Some other good tank counters. So yeah, more Nita as well. And I feel like Nita Spike are going to be two of the best tank counters in this upcoming update. But we do have a Primo in here. It's going to jump on us, but yeah, we can just destroy this Primo with our bear here. You'll love to see it. We have 8 cubes now. Definitely going pretty well for us. And we are literally one shot of super. Looks like that Primo is going for a yeet here. And I love Nita being meta, honestly. I feel like Nita is one of the more stable brawlers and could definitely bring more, I don't know, just more control into the meta, and I kind of like that. Anyway, we're going to go down to a Carl here. That's a bit of a rip, but that's going to wrap it up. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.